I like the way that just faded right out and threw us up here. How you doing, Mandy?
Hello.
Mm. hmm Did you
How's
miss us?
everyone?
Did you miss us, people? You were waiting for us yesterday, weren't you? This Johnny Depp stuff got you lit, didn't it?
Ugh.
I'm telling
Any
you, go on, Mandy, go on.
no, if anyone's following this, you're like, oh my
Oh my
God.
God. Oh, oh. I have to tell you, it has been one of the best damn weeks for me for Johnny Depp ever because I just got to talk about Depp for 10 hours straight every damn day for four days in a row. And I'm like, I didn't think I would run out of words, Johnny Depp words. I really didn't. But
there's a lot though, right? There's
there's
so
so
much.
much. Oh my God, there's so much. There's so much. So,
And
oh,
I think for me, just jumping into it, like if if you're anyone that's followed this case for an amount of time,
hmm
then you're kind of watching what's going on this week. And I'm not a lawyer. This is not anything legal.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what I'm talking about. But for me, it's like, what's the strategy here? Like
Like really.
I understand foundation and I understand that you have to put these things out there. But for me, it's so hard when you know all of the evidence that's out there. And so far, there's been a couple good moments. There's been
hmm
some memorable
There's been
moments.
there's been
Hashtag bring back Isaac.
Isaac Baruch. Like, hey. Oh my God. He was like my Jersey animal day. I know he's from Florida and then he transferred to New York. But
He was in
bada
New York.
bing, that
Yeah.
dude made me feel like I was so like I've married him in a hot second. Just rub that little bald head. He was the happiest witness, and he was just he was smart, Mandy. He was smart. He out he out lawyered the lawyer. It was a beautiful thing to see. Did you see
Right.
him take that opening? Elaine soft pedaled that opening there to ask him about his feelings.
And he
And
went, oh,
boom! He went on. He put so much out there that they didn't want out there at all. Oh, it was very dramatic. And anybody who hasn't seen that clip, go get that clip. Find that clip if you can't. Let me know. I'll tag you on Twitter to it. It's everywhere. Just put his name into Twitter, and you will find that clip. It was a brilliant, beautiful thing. Um,
you want to know what else I've been highly entertained about?
mm,
So, yes. So, Justice for Johnny Depp's been trending all
mm-hmm.
week. And
Yes.
then yesterday, Amber Heard was trending. But if you clicked on her, it's not why you would want to be trending. It
No,
was
no.
so
Was
bad.
it that wrinkled nose face that we were seeing all over Twitter? Was it that look she gave when they were talking up there? She did that wrinkled nose face. That the one that I think that Ranty turned it into jackhammer head or something. I don't know. Twitter
Yeah. Did,
Twitter has been lit with all the memes. Our friend MM. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Sorry, people. We are friends. Yeah, and they are very good artists, and they're memeing the hell out of this trial, and it was hysterical. The stuff that they're putting out there too. They did the something about Elaine. Mr. Baruch. Do you know what Amber Heard had for breakfast? At 3 a.m. When at her third birthday party, or something like that. Because that
yeah.
is the kind of questions Elaine, Elaine,
Like,
who is
what
the
was she?
the, the
And
defendant's attorney.
And the fact that she was like, what was she wearing? What was she
What
wearing?
was
And
she
he was
wearing?
like, I
What was
don't
the
know. And then
jewelry?
he's like,
What was the
hold up,
jewelry?
wait a minute. I do remember.
It
And
was like this.
yeah, he was just such a good witness.
He
So,
was he was excellent. He was excellent. You could tell that they really liked each other, that he was a very good friend. But he also laid down the unbiased thing. Like he was also a friend of Amber's, and he was quite clear about it, what he liked about her, how they all got together, how they were all really good friends and shared everything. And he laid a great foundation to how those people lived in the penthouses, how they all got along or not. He laid down all of the information about where all those penthouses were, what doors you had to walk by, who was closest to who. Like, there was so much foundation. When you mentioned foundation, Mandy, there was
Yeah.
so much foundation in Isaac's testimony that could be used for a lot of things later. And I think that he was a very well coached, and he listened and he paid attention and he knew what he was doing up there. He knew it. He knew. He took his openings when counsel made a mistake. And yes, counsel made a mistake. Elaine, how do you say that last name? If that is Bradenhoff, okay? She lobbed the emotional, how you feeling, over there at Isaac, and I'm telling you, he ran with it. And he
Yeah.
got to put out how everybody feels about, what did he say? Fraud?
Yeah. He went
Did he say,
off.
did he use the F word?
So,
Fraudulent claims against him. Did he? And he cried. And when that big, beautiful man cried on that stand, Mandy.
oh, hashtag you crushing Isaac.
Oh, when
You're
he,
so
I'm
funny.
telling, I'm sorry. When he cried, I cried. I felt he's such like a big. How could the bear not like a big teddy bear guy like that? Come on, like I could for a hot minute. I mean, I wouldn't want to live with him. He's too, but still, for a hot minute. Come on.
He he reminded me of home though, and I always appreciate that because we all know that
Mhm.
I am West Coast now, but I am originally from Massachusetts. And right at the end where he was trying to explain the last time he saw her, and he
Mhm.
was like, so I just said to her, like, we can't talk anymore. And it was
But
so East Coast to
Cause
me.
you,
I was like,
cause you
oh my
lie,
heart.
Amber. Cause you lie, Amber. You lie, Amber. We can't talk anymore, Amber. I was just like, yes, Isaac. No, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but that's the feels I got. I love these. Hawk Skull. There was more foundation than Amber would have needed to hide those alleged bruises.
Oh my gosh. Hawk
Hawk,
Skull. Did
Hawk.
you did
Oh my
you
god.
see? So at one point in the trial, during all of that, Elaine held up like a foundation thing
Yeah.
and was like, do you know how to use tinting? Do you know how to apply bronzer? And apparently, one of the items that she held up, of course, people are going to be dissecting every single second
Everything.
of this,
Mhm.
looked it up, and that specific makeup thing that she had wasn't even manufactured
Mhm.
until like
That's right. That's right.
2018.
It was a
So,
Milani compact from late 2017, and she's talking
yeah.
about 2016. Yes, bingo, like an Easter egg right there. Just lay that right there for us. Yep. Come on, Elaine, do your homework. Elaine, when we were well, I was out there live on commentary trying not to laugh at Elaine a lot, because you try to be very respectful, and she's a lawyer, she's a professional, I should have a great respect for her, and I do. It's a
Mhm.
wonderful profession, but she was a bit laughable at time. Like, she was uh, uh, she was she was goofy. I'm sorry. She was making me a little crazy. And then when she was the one going with Isaac, I was just like, damn, whose side are you on? Girl, whose side are you on? Like, I couldn't help it. Mandy, I was having too much damn fun. I was
Yeah.
definitely having too, but I was dignified. It wasn't like here where I just let loose and run around with when we're
Right.
all hanging out. I was
I
very dignified there. Like, I tried to give you great respect. Over here, I'm like, damn, Elaine. Damn, girl. Like, remember who pays you, please.
Well, and I think my issue with her is the same issue that I have with just people in general, is I don't like people who enable abusers. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't like people, I'm not a huge fan of, you know, um I'll just give you another example. This is one that's always gotten to me. The Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. We all know about this. We talk
Well,
about this. Like
yes, we do.
who
I have an
who in
update
their
coming
yeah,
actually.
who in their right mind can be that lawyer? I know everybody deserves a fair trial, but take up a different degree of law. Like
Mhm.
I can't wrap my head around something so heinous as what happened to those babies, and you're defending them. I'm
Exactly.
old
I know.
school. Let's bring them out
Mhm.
into the middle of the court like they used to, and like hang
Oh my gosh.
people.
Yeah, you guys don't know. She's into lynching and burning and,
I really am.
circumcision, like the whole thing. Like, yeah, mhm. Yeah, you got to get to know
Yeah.
her a little bit better. It could get scary, but still,
Yeah.
but I don't blame
So
you. I mean, she's into that kind of law sometimes.
yeah,
And you
an
know
eye
what?
for an eye, man. Yeah.
When it comes to children, I'm right there with you. I can't say I'm not, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to tolerate. Mhm.
So the thing with Elaine is infuriating to me because
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
Anyways.
Well, let's start with opening statements, okay? So,
Okay.
you what? Everybody, I could see all your names here. Most of you, I saw you over there, or I saw you in one of the chats somewhere about this trial. So, most of you have probably seen the opening statements. But, um, between the two sides, who do you think had the stronger? And I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're all gonna
Well,
say. But
so I mean, let's
opening
be real.
statements. Let's be real.
Let's be
All
real.
right. Mm-hmm.
Um, I absolutely sorry, I'm learning new stuff tonight. I'm signed into two devices at once, which is fascinating for me. Glad I
Mm-hmm.
remembered my password. So I'm learning still. You know
Hey,
me.
that's a good. That's
Um,
positive. That's positive.
you know what? I was super impressed with the plaintiffs' opening statements. It was with the two different. First of all, it was Ben Chu,
Uh
and then
huh.
the female who's just adorable, and her
Oh,
name
Camille Vasquez.
Camille.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
just for Camille. Yes,
yeah.
great strategy
40
there.
yeah, 45 minutes start to finish. We are going to show
Mm-hmm.
you this. We are going to show you this. The evidence is going to show you this and this and this. And I was like,
Uh-huh. Fact, fact,
yes,
fact. They went fact, fact, fact.
yes,
Evidence, evidence, evidence. Theory,
yep,
theory, theory. That's what we're going to do. Laid it out. Like lawyers do, like
yeah.
lawyers should. Okay. Yeah.
And I
Very
was
big
there
of
for it.
you.
I was there for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. And nice
and
play that they had the woman read the statement about Johnny. We learned something in there, didn't we, Mandy, about Johnny's mom? It came out very much about Johnny's upbringing and being
I knew,
with an abuser. I mean, we knew, but it's not out there in the media like everything
no,
else, And so you got to get to know a little bit more about why Johnny is the way he is when it comes to
yeah.
being aggression, when it comes to people
I've
coming at
read
him in a certain way. Mm-hmm.
I've read a lot of interviews and backstory and biography, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm pretty familiar with all of that. Hold on, I'm taking a drink of water.
Mm-hmm.
I was so with the sort of background that I have that
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on with the psychology thing, 40-year-olds going back to school and doing that is always fun. But so psychology is something that I'm striving for
Mm-hmm.
and moving toward.
Mm-hmm.
And so, obviously, a lot of conversation about child development and um, all of that stuff. And it really puts a lot of perspective on
Mm-hmm.
um, who Johnny Depp is a person, is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not here to make excuses for him. So that's not something that I
Mm-hmm.
will do. There is a very, very extensive long history of drugs and alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously plays a huge part in who somebody is, psychopharmacology, the effects of
Right.
it on his brain.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all of these factors, and then you add to that equation another troubled soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the truth
Right.
about them, who
Right.
also
They had
has a
tumultuous
history of,
relationship.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
has a history of drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a good combination. Um, it sounds to me like a lot of the counseling, instead of being there and getting something out of it and getting down to the root of some things, it sounds like to me there was just a lot of bickering and arguing. And even from what the psychiatrist said, Johnny couldn't get a word in edgewise. So you're never going to be able to solve problems if you can't communicate. And obviously, they weren't able to communicate from day one. It just is what it is. They they're not good for each other. Period.
Nope.
In my
They're not.
opinion. Yeah.
Yep. They're
So,
not.
how did you feel about it? I just was watching his face and I was watching him look down at the ground and
I was. When they talked about his mom in his past, he's quite uncomfortable about the whole thing. Including when his sister Christy was up there and talking about mom in the past and Johnny's way of dealing things. Um, my heart goes out because he's a man. He's a
yeah,
strong man. He's a strong, troubled man with the past and dealing with issues. And now he has to be embarrassed like this. The last thing
right.
he wanted was anybody to know he got punched or hit or anything happened to
Or
him.
the
Or that he
nicknames
walked away.
the
Right.
nicknames the
Or
mother called
mhm,
them, I was like,
mhm.
oh my gosh.
Yep. And that didn't need the fact that that has to come out, and everything. I really feel for him. My heart really did tug a bit. But kudos, he's being strong enough to do it. Like, thank you.
And let's be
Because
fair. Like,
I
let's
want him to
be,
have justice. Yeah.
yeah, let's also be fair and be real because I feel like I sit on that fence nicely.
Hmm.
By the sounds of it, Amber was abused by her father.
It does
And
sound like
and
she's coming from an abusive past also. Yeah.
yes, so that
But I will never agree with, like, I do know that hurt people. I get that. I get abuse can lead to abuse, and I get like that. I also know that we can step out of it, and we should want to, and that we should recognize, and we
oh,
should
for
deal
sure.
with it, and we should prevent. So I'm not going to give her a pass for knocking Johnny around. Mm-mm. Nope.
No, but
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna give her a pass, but I do have to
Mhm.
acknowledge
Oh yeah,
that
acknowledge. Of
that
course, because
there's
we're about the information, right, Mandy? I mean, we
yeah,
didn't come to this like we don't like Amber just because she's blonde or anything like that. Yeah, it's because of the evidence. Believe me, it's
right.
because of what we saw and what we went over
Yeah.
and all of that. Yeah. So, mm, but that
So
was tough opening statements. Mm,
yeah.
it was. Hmm.
Oh my gosh. And then Elaine saying that
Ah,
okay, how many subs do you have? You're okay, I can say what I want. Saying that he raped her with a bottle, like, oh my God.
now here's the thing. Do you think that she said all that in the opening statement because she doesn't in the opening statement she's allowed to say it if she don't have to provide any evidence? Do you actually think they're going to provide evidence of all of this when there wasn't one single medical report on file? We've gone over this evidence. There isn't a statement from anybody
Right.
about any of that stuff that Elaine mentioned in her opening statement going on. There are no trips to I mean, if he did her with a bottle, would she not go to the ER? Would she not talk to a doctor? Would she not mention that to quite a few people? Like, because Amber was very dramatic and liked to talk. I mean, I think a lot of people would know about this. Why is this the first time we're hearing about this?
Right.
Because Elaine can say whatever she wants in opening statements and taint that jury.
Right.
That's
And
my humble opinion on it. There you go.
did you see somebody found because everybody's always said she's like the character on Gone Girl. And did
Oh,
you
yeah.
see where somebody found a clip of that exact thing happening
Mm-hmm.
on that movie? I had no idea. I don't think I've seen it,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But apparently there's that exact scene in that movie, and it was like weird. The irony. So
Mrs. C, don't torture the guests, please. Mrs. C. She's torturing, mocking in there. Stop it, you know. What?
Yeah, it is from a movie, Jamie. The movie's called Gone Girl.
One girl.
Hold on a second. I think I can figure out how to run electronics. Give me a sec.
Yes, and mocking has done some great magazine covers out there on Twitter, and some memes that are like they had me cracking up. They definitely did. Hey, while you do that, why don't I play?
Yeah.
You want me to play them? Which one should I? All right, first we're going to play, since we have our guest here. Let's play first. We'll play the how about a mock stream, everybody, on Amber Heard? I mean, because we love her so much, she's our favorite. Yeah, because why not, right? Because why not? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I always can't remember if I hit the little thing in the corner. And then Mandy, while it's on, will mute, because then the sound will play better through here. This I've learned. I'm getting there. You know what? I'm becoming a real YouTuber. Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell them. God, don't tell them, All right. All right. So then we're going to mute. Here you go, guys. Here's your little short little treat. Oh, who's our favorite person? Amber. Here we go. Blame your upbringing, Mandy. Just blame your upbringing.
That was amazing.
I love these. I've always loved that mock stream, over the Netflix thing. Some people don't get it. I get it. That's funny.
Mocking. Will you please do Johnny Depp, but you can't actually use any Johnny Depp movies? Ha ha.
Oh, that's a challenge. How the hell are you going to do that? Wait, that's the challenge of the century. You got to do Depp, but you can't use Depp. Oh, mocking. I think she just threw the gauntlet at you, dude. Oh, I'll bet you they're up for it. Let's see what they do. It's a challenge. Let's see.
We'll
all right, but listen, friends, and Mandy, don't you two start fighting, because I'm I don't want to watch that shit out there in the cesspool of that T world over there. Okay, so don't you two start fighting either. Okay, but damn, that was good. I hope you like that. Kirsten, I'm glad you're here, because I know that you wanted a special treat. You remember I promised them a little Johnny Depp visual, but that's a little ways down. You're gonna have to wait a few more minutes on that one. But
right.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, check out Mocking's Twitter and all those memes. It's worth it. I mean, watching the trial and then going and memeing the trial is like
amazing.
I wish I had that kind of talent, because when Elaine was up there making a fool of herself, this stuff was popping in my head. I'm like, how am I going to get this out of my head? Yeah, I got to go watch a meme, that helps.
Yeah. I'm not great with technology, so I mean, I finally can screen record. That's giving me some credit. So anyway.
Oh, he said it was easy. You threw him a goal. He said, We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, Bert. Yeah, we'll see. Let's wait. We're waiting for the next month. We don't have to wait till next Wednesday, do we? Or so, like next week. But that was like, that'll be good.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right, Mandy. So are we still on opening statements, or do you want to get to testimony?
I mean, we can wrap this up. And then I just felt as though, bless her little heart. Elaine was trying to do what I would consider a timeline of events, but it was awful. I did a better timeline of events my first live ever with you. I mean, it was terrible. So I felt as there was no flow to it, and she would go along, and honestly, you're a lawyer, you know what your expectations are. She would go, but this, something, and then back up like from March to December and back to August. And I just was like, oh my God, what's happening? And it was so long, and it
was jumping all over the place. She had no concise line, and I don't know if she was going for the emotional impact. I don't know what, but it was just a hot mess. Like we were like, I just kept tilting my head over, like the dog and the
the deer in the headlights.
Like, what?
Yeah,
like what? Totally. Like I had to keep muting my mic because I was like, like, come on, Elaine, like, come on, remember who pays you, girl. What's going on? Like, do you think it's another case of like, like some kind of obsessive progressive or passive aggressive? That's it, passive aggressive behavior, like because she's had to deal with Amber for 2+ years now. Working up to this trial, you think like she's just like had it. She just cracked. I don't know, but it was definitely. I agree with you, Juju. Timeline failed. Like
totally.
Failed. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so hard to follow, and this is the way that I'm sort of perceiving things. And we talk about this. The lawyers the law tubers talk about it. The people we follow talk about it. If we're sitting there and we're people that are totally into this and have been for 2 years or whatever, if we're sitting here going, OMG, like gouge my ears out with a plastic spork right now. You have to know that's how the jury's feeling. Like I would be doodling flowers in my notebook about 10 minutes in. I would be so like, what? Where? What?
And let's talk about like what happened to 45 minutes. Like what happened to 45 minutes? She went
I thought there was a cap on time.
I did too, but I guess if they use it, it just gets taken away from time somewhere else. Like I don't know. I thought everything was timed like that. Especially when they tell you when the judge tells you got 45 minutes, damn it. You got 45 minutes. Like don't piss off the judge, especially not that one. Like she's trying to be really reasonable. Like don't piss her off, people.
I enjoy doodling too, actually.
Yep.
So those are my thoughts on opening, and then it was kind of like yeah.
but it was just like hum. But I will make this little note because I did actually make this little note in my notebook. Yes, I have a notebook. Yes, I was taking notes because I knew I had to come here on Thursday and talk with Mandy, and she expects notes. She does, and so she likes notes. Okay, so this was the notes I had about Monday's trial thing. So I wrote just a couple of words. I wrote match the attorney to the client. Okay, so we've got Ben. What is his name? Bottom. What is his name? Rotten
Bottom.
What the heck is his name? Rottenburn. So we got Ben Rottenburn. That man is a barracuda shark. I'm sorry. That he's as far as he was aggressive. Mandy, was he aggressive or what? He was. When he called.
Yeah.
trying to get people to say what he wants them to say, feeding words into their own testimony. How many times did Johnny's sister have to say, that's not what I said? That is
Okay.
not what I meant. That's not what I said. No, I didn't feel like that. I mean, how many times did she have to say that? Because he was trying to get the jury to get certain key words, certain key phrases
Okay.
into their minds. And oh, you pissed me off. Go ahead.
Here's my biggest issue. I'm at work when this is happening.
I could just imagine you're yelling and carrying on.
No, I can't. I
know. So you're ready to blow up, right? By the time you get out.
In my head during Johnny's sister, and I'm going to try not to be too loud right now because I don't want to freak people out.
Okay.
But during the trial with the sister, I am literally at work, like type with my 3 screens going, asked and fucking answered, asked and fucking answered.
Oh,
just
and leading
object.
and object and leading and leading and leading. Okay, I know, right?
Oh my God.
Mandy, can you imagine if we were both up there? Poor Randy, he would be like, oh my God.
I was livid. I'm like, for 40 minutes about the no coke, no frigging, no pills, no booze, no coke, no pills, no booze, no coke, no pill. And I literally was like, why are you not objecting?
Yeah. And then what about when our Ben Chu is when we're going with Christine and going over to witness, and all you hear from the other side is objection, 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 objection. And you know what? Johnny's lawyer let them do that because I really think he was trying to show how aggressive they are and how determined they were. And I think he was setting it up that, that side is going to be quite aggressive and quite leading and quite manipulative. And yet Johnny's side was kind of like laid back, a little calmer, just facts, kind of more like Johnny, sitting there.
Like, yeah.
2 different sides.
Yeah.
And that was striking to me. Like you could definitely see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod and Bot. Oh my God. Oh, Rod and Bot. That's going to stick it. You know what? That's going to be stuck in my head now. How am I ever going to call this man by his right name?
What is his right name?
I don't know anymore.
Now we've lost it. Hey, I'm going to tell my husband this. He's going to laugh. Hey, babe. I thought it was
Rottenburn.
Oh, one of Amber's lawyers is like Rottenburn or something like that.
Yeah, stop it, Marky. Stop it. Oh, I'm too tired. I can't even play appropriately. Like I'm dead. It's just. Oh God. I'm gonna just. Oh my God. I'm just Mandy.
Yeah.
Mandy.
And I also just noticed Jujubee's comment, and I have to say it's interesting. Doing the same thing, like putting yourself in the juror's shoes. Why are they having all of these objections out loud in front of the jury?
Right, like that. They made himself look very aggressive, very like what do you mean?
Not like
it was like, wait, what does the sister have to say that you don't want her to say? What is it? Like we want to hear it now. Like that's how my ears perk up when they object like that. How about you?
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm talking about
like when they're discussing the objections out loud instead of going up to the judge and
that's
having
right.
like,
they were pretty
I just was like,
about it.
Yeah, what's going on? This is not a casual thing. Let's go. Good God.
Yep.
Anyways.
You're spot on here, Jamie. I watched this over and over again with that testimony. His sister had class and patience. She seemed intelligent. He would try to put words in her mouth and she wouldn't fall for it. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. She kept saying, nope. There, you know what? And this is true, Jamie. When it came to Johnny's side, they didn't do a lot of objecting. There was a strategy to that. There definitely was. They were trying to show something,
Yeah.
But
The
yeah.
lawyers would know. We don't know shit.
No, we don't. We are not lawyers. We're not even paralegals. We just like these. That we're law nerds, I guess you would call us. Like we just eat this stuff up. I read this stuff constantly. This is an amazing thing for us to have so much time to be able to talk about it and to look at it and to have this live trial, like the whole thing right out there like that. So is it rotten burn the inevitable outcome of Taco Bell? Hawk. Oh, between you and Mocking, like I hope I get this all out of my head by Monday. It's gonna be a hot mess. Oh my god. All right. I do think it's Rottenburn. Yes, I think it is Rottenburn or Rottenberg. I don't know how to say his last name. Either way, he was very aggressive. I don't like him. I mean, I guess he's a good lawyer. If you know, if somebody's fighting for you, you want them to be aggressive. You want them to do everything they can. I get that. But he just was unnecessarily mean and leading. And asked and answered, damn it. Asked and answered.
Oh my God, I was losing it.
Don't bully the witness. Like, stop bullying the witness, damn it. Like, it was borderline harassment with what he was doing. But
yeah, but all you have to do is change one word in your answer, and then it all of a sudden becomes something different. And that's what I think that's what lawyers go for. If they're not going to object to it, just keep asking it because you may use a different word and then they're going to go, oh, but you just said blah, 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 blah 10 minutes ago. So I think that's the pros and cons. That's the con of what he's doing. And he's good at it. He was annoying.
Yeah, he was very annoying.
But she did great. So I feel like she did really great in sort of laying the familial history down and
absolutely.
Yeah. So then it goes to yesterday, and we've sort of already spoken about Isaac. I mean, Isaac's amazing. Everybody needs to please go check out his Instagram.
Yes. And he's an artist, and I was crying. The man hasn't been able to paint in 2 years. It's like, damn you, Amber. Like, if I didn't not like you before, like, I really don't like you now. That big teddy bear, he can't even paint anymore. Like, come on. That's just...
I'm going to go see how many Instagram followers he gained.
He gained. Wait, no, somebody sent it to me. Oh, Kyle's Goldfish sent it to me. He's already gained over 2,000 Instagram followers because, oh my God, he's so adorable. Come on. He was adorable. He was... love that man. And I'm not allowed to lay claim for him because you see Always in there. That's her imaginary boyfriend already. Like, I can't even... She not even letting me have like a 15-second hot second fantasy, nothing. She's like, nope, hands off. That's my teddy bear. Get away. But that's all right. You can have him. It's all right.
Why can't I find it? I thought it was Baruch Art.
Oh wait, I find you. Oh, let me go find. I can Google. You talk while I click, so it doesn't drive them too crazy.
Okay. So, yeah, I thought that, yes, I saw his paintings, Jamie. Like, the first painting is a giant dick.
It is. Like, how could you not love the man? Come on, people. You're my people. You know this. Like, how do you not love a guy who just paints a giant dick? I mean, come on.
That was so great.
All right. It's not doxing. All right, here we go. Like, all these little weirdos are going to come and say I doxed Isaac because I'm going to show his Instagram. Get over it, people. It's a public thing, right? I mean, come on. I'm not going to do anything bad.
Right. People do it all the time. I mean, we're talking about the case, and I need to know how many followers he gained. Yeah, so I thought he was amazing.
Hold on. I'm opening it up in a...
While she's doing that, we'll just talk about the second witness because it was just the deposition of the employee of the penthouses or Agreed, UGB. It's not private. So that was all just laying foundation, and it was a drag on forever. But they have to um, authenticate and lay foundation for all of the future evidence. And I mean, at that point, after a while, when it was just the same question, same question, same question, I actually bowed out and went and listened to a podcast I listened to, because it was just, yeah, I know what you're doing here, but I'm kind of done. And the thing that I did find kind of fascinating about that is, I swear the woman who was asking the questions in the beginning was Kathleen Zellner. And so I'm wondering if they brought her in to maybe help with some of the depositions. And I also heard one of the lawyers saying something about prepping for a potential appeal. And I know that sounds crazy, but I heard Rakeda talking about it. And I think one of the other ones, that when this ends, people are already going to have appeals ready, whether they win or lose, whatever happens. It's just the process. Oh, there's Isaac. Hello.
Hello, Isaac. This is his Instagram. And look, you see how many followers? He was only at 1,000 something when we
when I subbed to him, he only had like 780.
I hope he paints, and I hope he has some paintings that he can sell, because like that he had some in stock that he was looking to get out there, because I know. Baru. There you go. But anyway, Barbara makes a good point here too, that when you object too much, it loses its power. That's what Emily D. Baker said. I did hear that the other day. When you really need to make a point, that jury isn't listening as much. Let me tell you.
Great.
But there you go. And look at this, people. I pulled up a private DM on Twitter without doxing anybody or listing all my DMs or anything. And I'm a YouTuber now. There you go.
My God. I would have never been able to.
I know. I just like the luck of the draw. I'm getting there. It's the mother of invention, when you have to, because people are at you constantly. You just learn all these new tricks. Oh.
I'm just thrilled that I'm running 2 electronics at once. And look at us.
And look at you and your new hair. Everything's working out so great. It's the Deppite factor, But I do hope he is going to sell some paintings. But more than that, I'm just like, my heart bleeds for the creativity lost that he hasn't been able to paint in 2.5 years. Please, Isaac, pick up that brush. Don't let Amber ruin this for you. Come on.
Right.
Look at all the friends you just gained. Look at all the love you just got, dude. Like, 2,500, like all those people just following you. They want to see it. See it. He did like famous people. Like there was Phyllis Diller. I do believe I saw Joan Rivers' ass. I believe he did a naked, like a portrait of her on the beach, her looking over her shoulder with her butt out. I believe it was Joan Rivers. Yeah, like it was kind of cool.
It's hilarious.
People, he does like a cartoon nudist of them, and it's quite good. I actually liked it. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of like a little Andy Warhol, a little this, a little that. I don't know. I liked it though. I really did. So hello Kino, hello Britt, hello Paula, hello everybody just coming in. So all right, so let's get. All right, so we know that Isaac stole the day, right? I mean, stole the damn day.
Yeah.
We know we all love him. Let's just say he laid the foundation for how Johnny is such the best damn friend in the world. Pick somebody up out of obscurity, give them a home, give them the way to just paint for the rest of their life.
His doctor's appointments, MRIs, I mean,
everything.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Laid the foundation to what a good person he was. Also laid the foundation. Let's get into the more serious parts. He laid out exactly how those penthouses were all laid out, who lived
Yeah.
where, who associated with who, what doors you had to walk by, where you could hear things, where you couldn't hear things, where you could see things, where you couldn't see things. He
Right.
also established a pattern that Amber never wore makeup when she was home. Okay. Never. And I could not believe that they didn't get out of him, that he didn't actually say, I am a man of a certain number of years and I know when a woman wears makeup or not. Like, come on. Like, I'm sure he's seen a woman first thing in the morning without her makeup on. Come on.
Right.
Like, he's all right, you know? So I know he could have said that, and I don't know why he didn't. Like, because he said everything else. And I was waiting for those exact words. But Elaine did everything she could to get him to say certain things. Did you know he was cracking up at her on stand? Like after she said it for like the 10th time, he was just like, are you serious? Like he was like, okay, shaking his head and laughing because she's like, do you know what foundation she wears? Do you know what concealer she uses? Do you know what? And she pissed me off. Woman, Elaine, it's not Annika cream. It's Arnica cream. There's an R in it, and you are paid by this woman to represent her. Would you please take notes? Take notes. Like, you got me feeling bad for Amber. That's a crime. That's a crime. You got me feeling bad for Amber. Elaine. Oh, my God. Oh.
So I seriously, Kate, so I have to report back to my husband like every day, right? Because it's my husband. He's awesome. And I was like, babe, she said it like 40 fucking times.
Like
Annika
it was
cream, Annika cream,
too.
Annika cream.
Like,
and I was like, it's effing Annika cream.
I said, and it doesn't cover bruises or anything like that. It is an herbal thing that's supposed to aid in healing. Okay, so you put it, and it fades in or whatever. You don't see that it's on it. You can't even get the name of the cream right. Like, Elaine, it's day one. Elaine, you can't be acting this funnel brained. You gotta get your shit. Like, I could see if you're exhausted at the end of a 6-week trial and you act like this. But on day one, Mandy.
Yeah, and and it was well, obviously she doesn't wear any makeup, so how would she know? But anyways, here's my thing.
Oh, it's a good thing I put the cup down. Oh.
So here's the thing with the Arnica cream. It's not FDA approved. It's natural. What is she trying to get out of throwing the Arnica cream in the mix? She's not going to have an expert be able to come up and testify on the validity of Arnica. A lot of people, like myself, use oils and Arnica and vitamins and essential oils and lotions. So I understand what she's saying. Yeah, but you're not going to come have somebody say, oh, yes, you're magically not going to have any evolution of a bruise if you use Arnica. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess that's what you do when you don't have any medical evidence or testimony to back up the use of Annika cream. You just mispronounce it and throw it at the witness as often as you can, because when it comes down to it, she never went to a doctor, she never went to the ER, she never even had an injury addressed by a medical professional. There is not a stitch of medical evidence in this trial coming forward about her use of Annika cream. So I guess you just because you said Annika, because I have to when you talking about their side. But
I'm seriously gonna fucking jump
Elaine's
through
got
here.
me. Yeah, she's got me saying it now. Damn you, Elaine. Damn. I'm just beside myself. But that's what you do. You just slam the witness with it over and over again because you don't got anything else. Because you got nothing else.
So I have a request of people that can make memes mocking. If you're listening, can you please make a meme of Amber Heard holding a jar of shit and have it say Amica cream?
A jar of, did you say shit like in poop, like in crap? Did you? Yes. Okay, let's just be clear. You want a jar of poop that says Arnica cream, or do you want it to say Annika? Oh, Annika cream, because that's what
Annika
they
cream.
actually, yeah, that's what they make, because that's what Elaine was talking about. Because
Because
obviously, it doesn't
she
make any sense.
shat in the
Okay.
bed.
Oh, she
And
did. She did. Oh yeah, but wait, she shat in the bed, but she's got fecal phobia. What? What?
I have amber phobia.
Like I have stupidity. I am allergic to stupidity, and I'm gonna actually be in
Oh my
hives
God.
by the end of this trial. I'm gonna be one big sitting here on YouTube hive, just one big freaking hive, because they're making me nuts already. Elaine's got me in a tither. Can you tell? I mean,
Yeah.
she just Oh, they may have gone to bed, but hopefully, we'll put out the request. Somebody go put it out on Twitter. Go tag him. You guys know where he lives. And no, it's not me. So, like, go to Twitter and tag the right one. Tag Mocking Media. If you put the special request, please. I have to make fun of it. It's just so funny. It is.
Everybody
crazy.
knows it's not me. I can barely run two devices at once.
I mean, have they
It's
not seen my
definitely not the
videos?
dummy.
They know I mean, have they not seen my goddamn videos? I am not that talented. But thank you
Oh,
very
Lord.
much for thinking so, people. I wish I was this clever. I do.
Okay.
All right, so back to the
Amber holding a jar of shit. Annika cream. Okay.
Okay. All right, there's the request. All right, if they heard it, I don't know if they're still hanging out, but we'll see.
Anywho, so that brings us to today. And I need water, so you talk for a minute.
Okay, so today, you want to come all the way to today. She's skipping a couple of things, like the very boring testimony. I'll bring you up to date of the building manager who had to verify every scrap of video evidence that they turned in, and all we heard, I kid you not, for 2.5 hours was yes, 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 yes. It was like that. Well, we got through because, before that we had Isaac, so we had memories and they just carried us through. But the reason that they did that, and, just let's be clear, that had to be done so that evidence can be used without objection throughout the rest of the testimony of other people. It'll be used to document and to collaborate other scenarios of depositions or where people are giving information forward. So it was necessary. It's a slow process during a trial to go through those parts, but it is necessary to have that. So that was quite boring part of the testimony. We also then, they got all of that video, and there was a lot. There was like
87.
50, 80. Thank you. Coming in with the figure, I was going to say 85. I was close this time. I'm actually proud of myself for that. 87 different audio files that had to be audio visual files that had to be verified, and it was like yes, and they say the time, the date. Was it grainy? Was it not? Blah blah blah. And we did get to see some of it, and some of it I hadn't seen before, Mandy. Some of it I had not seen before. I also got to see Amber eating in the elevator and throwing things on the floor like the slob that she is. She's not a nice person.
I
Litter
know about
bug.
that one. Yeah.
On top of everything else, she's a litter bug. Oh my God.
In a multi-million-dollar housing project, whatever you want to call it, development.
Right. And she's throwing stuff on the floor for other people to clean up.
Crap on the floor.
Yeah.
That is Amber Heard. Spitting in people's faces is it. Oh, we'll get there. Okay.
Wait, what do you get? Oh yeah, I know you can't wait to get there. Who do you want to start with? Would you? Yeah, well, let's start with her, because isn't she next? I mean, I just did the building manager with the film.
Yeah, that was like, nah. Yep.
It was like, we could skip over that. That's all been documented. If you need to, people in our Depp Heard playlist, all of my and Ranty's coverage from the week is in there too. I have put it all in there. I will give you, put it on fast forward if you want. The trial is long. It is 10 a.m. to 5 o'clock every day. Okay, with some breaks. Randy and I go a little bit longer because we start a half an hour earlier, and we go like, he may pause so the to talk about something, and then we go right back into the feed. So we may go longer, even than the court by a little bit. But it's all in there, all the testimony, everything, the live court feeds. There are tons of channels that had this feed going to. But I think our chat, because Mandy and Kyle's Goldfish are over there, and Intrigue Feline, and quite a few nerds, legal law nerds that I like to talk to on a regular basis, they're all over there helping this conversation go. And I think it's one of the best chats, for doing this, because some of the other chats are just too big. They're just too big.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And so, like, if you want to actually be part of the conversation, and yeah, I'm shilling myself a little bit here because I love this. Okay, this opportunity with Ranty over there at Auditing the Absurd is like the best thing for me, because I get to, instead of just reading, these little briefs and checking out the news with my coffee by myself in the morning, I get to hang out with over 100 people talking this stuff with my friends, just like I would with Mandy and Kyle's Goldfish, Intrigue Feeling, and a whole bunch of you are always createful, a whole bunch of other people, and even new people that I've met from Ranty's channel that are also into it, and just have the conversation and go back, and just as it's going live, just go back and forth. It is a unique experience for me. I'm loving every second of it, Mandy. It's so much fun. It is. So, if you want more detail on the testimony of the guy checking out all of the film, it's there for that day. We did get a strike, but everybody did get their streams back, including Emily Baker and Rakita Law and Ranty and several others, all got struck for using what was it, a live crime, what was it, I can't remember the name of the channel.
I just dropped a link. What?
She did. Oh, are you dropping the link to Ranty's channel? Thank you.
Yes.
You okay, she's a good mod, isn't she? Thank you. I was going to say it's going to be in the description. It's down there. But anyway, definitely we have it. But it's fun. Can we gossip about rumors now? Yes, you can, Juju. That's what Mandy and I will entertain that here, because we have theories. We speculate. We're not lawyers or paralegals. We can, and we don't like Amber. We're very biased. Like, go away. Go ahead. Speculate away. Gossip about rumors. We don't care.
So,
but anyway,
how come do you think? Let's get to Kate for a second, because she was really good too.
Yes, Kate James, the personal assistant of Amber, the ex personal assistant of Amber Heard. Okay.
Yeah. What was I was surprised they didn't bring up her stealing the sexual assault story. Can you enlighten?
I cannot add any light to that. I don't know what the hell happened. I think, what, Friday is motion day in Fairfax County Court. This much I did find out. And there could have been a motion and objection to that part of the evidence. There's a lot of motions against the op-ed that they have to figure out tomorrow. And when the court did go out for the day today, the judge did say, I will see you lawyers tomorrow for our long day of motions. Like, she really played it like it was going to be hell. And so I believe that a lot of the motions against evidence, and a lot of it is on this op-ed, are going to be played out tomorrow between the lawyers and the judge. And then we're going to find out on Monday where it is and why. And don't forget, they can bring these witnesses back, and all of the deposition is on tape. So if it is there, they're going to be able to play it and put it in. Okay. Right. Because she already entered her deposition into evidence, whether or not we heard the whole thing or not. Do you know what I mean, Mandy? Like, yeah. Right. Just because there was an objection, they held it for review, doesn't mean it can't come in. If the review says it's okay for it, or boom, bada bing, there it is. We're going to hear it on Monday. Or they're just going to enter it, for the jury to hear, But yeah, I don't know why. Like, I believe it's because of the objections about it. And I'm sure the other side objected to hell. They objected to a lot of the op-ed being held out, including the whole damn thing, because they said it wasn't factual. Like, they just cracked me up.
Right.
Amber wants her own evidence pulled because of the truth. Because it's not true. How do you get that? But anyway, talk about our personal assistant there. Was she a little bit arrogant?
I think, excuse me, hold on. I'm not rude like Katie Joy Paulson. I can mute myself when I clear my throat.
Yes, that's right. And don't...
Sorry. I think she's been in this business a very long time. She's very stern.
Mm-hmm.
She's very direct. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's just her personality. I do think she was a little bit more pissy with Mr. Burnt Butt or whatever his name is, bum whatever. And,
Botten. Oh God,
yeah,
Rottenberg. I
rot,
think
rotten
Rottenberg,
bottom.
Rottenberg. Yeah, Rotten Bottom. Yeah, stop it, stop it, stop
I can't.
it.
Um,
Oh
so
God.
I think she was definitely more stern with him than she
Mhm.
was definitely with Johnny's side. You could
Yeah, yeah.
tell that
She kind of
you could
pushed
tell.
back a lot. Yeah.
I think you could tell she has nothing but respect for Johnny, and she has nothing but lack of respect for Amber.
Well, yeah, and that's the part of the testimony that I had trouble with. When they asked her if she was angry about being fired still, and she was up there acting all bitter and mean in this, I think she should have said yes instead of no. I think it looks like she may have been not telling the truth about being a
Mhm.
little aggressive and angry about Amber, because she obviously was. And I hope that her attitude in presenting the testimony doesn't take away from the really good evidence that she put out there.
Right.
So what is it that you think she added as far as factual evidence in there? As I want to
You know
see if
what?
we're on the same page with this.
You know what really resonated? Okay, so I was busy at work during this time, so it was kind of like on, but I think
Well, I know, I know.
I feel like I missed a lot of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when she was talking about, okay, she was talking about having to go down to the local place where the magazines um are, and every time there was one with Amber in it, she would have to get 2 copies of it and take it
Mm-hmm.
and put it in Amber's garage. And the one
Yep.
time that she forgot to do it, Amber then like lost her mind and got in her face and was vile and vicious and being what we all believe Amber is. So that's the first part. The second
Mm-hmm.
one is we all knew that Amber calls the paparazzi. We all know that Amber
Mm-hmm.
clipped audio and video clips and sent them to TMZ. It's just known. So the fact that she sort of backed up at least the part of it about making those calls is like, yeah, we knew this. And this is why everybody, like when Johnny wrote in Australia on the mirror about,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
she's so vain, she likes,
Mm-hmm.
naked
Mm-hmm.
pictures of herself.
Yep.
That's
Mm-hmm.
all this, that's how she is. That's
No.
just facts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts were yes, all of that as far as the career oriented, just wanting fame, actually being her own PR person, being very demanding of her assistant. It was quite clear. When she asked for more money, there was the scene that she portrayed about Amber actually getting in her face, speaking so loudly she was spitting in it. She was so
Yeah.
mad about how dare you ask for more money. The woman actually laughed when they said, "Are you well paid per personal professional?" She's like, by Amber? No, no, not by her. No, she actually laughed at them, and said, how much she made and this and that. But she was quite aggressive as far as her demeanor. It could just be the way she is. She might be just a little hard around the edges from working as a personal assistant from such entitled, demanding people, as there are in this industry. That could be why she's this way. Also, there are several things that stuck out to me, Mandy. She was able to put into evidence that Amber often walked around half dressed in front of her and nude, where she saw every part of her body, including the fact that she does not wear makeup ever when she's home.
Right.
Point again, second witness to say so. Sorry, Elaine, she doesn't wear makeup when she's not there. Whether you say she does or not, with her in the future Doctor Who makeup compact that's in her purse 2 years ahead of time. But that's besides the point. When she gets to say that she has seen her regularly naked and never, repeatedly, the word never, several times, ever saw a bruise, a scratch, a mark, or anything that would look like she was mistreated. Never heard an argument between her and Johnny. This is her personal assistant. She spends a lot of time with her, including listening to her on the phone with people. Now, she did hear aggressive conversations on the
Yeah.
phone, but never in person did Johnny ever lay a finger or have a bad word with her. And this she got to say in testimony and put it in there. She also got to say that on the day of question, back there in December, was it, or was it in May, when Amber was calling her, telling her how upset she was and traumatic and traumatized and blah, blah, blah. And she gets there and she's just sitting around having a good time with her friends, laughing,
Yeah, bring me
joking, being jovial. Bring me a bathing suit. Acting
a
like
bathing
everything's,
suit.
yeah,
Right.
right. Acting like she's so distressed, but she gets there and she's perfectly fine, which is how she was with her friends all the time. So she did not
Yeah.
really appear to be somebody that was under the circumstances, the story that Amber was trying to tell. And she
Yeah.
clearly laid that out. And she was clearly had some feelings about it, the way she laid it out too, and tried to really let us see that, Amber was of two minds. She was trying to tell a story and then not having the actual actions to back it up on the other end. And that is
Right.
what I saw her lay out into testimony.
And also with her, with that whole pool fiasco, there was a couple key points, and I knew of them from reading transcripts and stuff. But like the first one was this big event supposedly took place between Johnny and Amber, and
Mhm,
yet instead of going back to Amber's house, she had her own place on Johnny's dime. She goes to the ritzy,
mhm,
you know, hotel with all of her friends and all of the booze and all of the food on Johnny's dime,
mhm,
and sits by
mhm.
the pool and drinks champagne and is in her bikini with no bruises and marks and visible signs. And it's just like, it's such a sad manipulation.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
she
it's
got her
obvious.
freaking claws in him, man, and she dug in.
Yes, she did. It does appear to be like that, in that she was preparing all of this evidence for the end, thinking that they weren't going to stay together because of how she is, and from the past that she's had with other people. So, you know, for us, we can see it. At least, we think we do. Well, it's gonna get better, this trial. I agree. It just get deeper and deeper. But I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add about her? Because I want to move on to the marriage counselor. Let's get her.
Yeah, let's move on. Sorry, I'm reading
Eh,
a
That's
text
okay. The
message.
marriage counselor's name is Laura Anderson. She was there for both of them. They started this. She's got some degree. In psychology. She works in psychotherapy. She does private and group sessions. Both Amber and Johnny went to see her. In her testimony, she has laid out the fact that Amber was aggressive in her language, aggressive in her emotions, aggressive in her attitude towards Johnny Depp during almost all of those sessions. And that she actually had to talk to her about how she speaks, just so that other people could talk while they were there. Um, that was eye opening. Also, the fact that Amber started private lessons with the same therapist, even though she already has her own private therapist. Um,
Right.
what do you think about that?
I don't know. Therapy's good.
Therapy is good, but I find it a control freak trying to control the narrative. Actually, that's
Of
what I
course.
think.
She
Hmm.
was, in my opinion, she was trying to have a better relationship with the therapist so that she could attempt to manipulate the therapist
Hmm. Hmm.
into being, I wouldn't say more on her side because therapists aren't stupid, but trying to portray herself as
Mm-hmm.
the victim who's always
Mm-hmm.
having these things happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because that did get into the testimony. Because of
right.
her private sessions with this woman, anything she said about Johnny in that way got entered in. But it was also noted that she never talked about Johnny laying a finger on her or being that way when they were in group session. When Johnny was there, she never said a word about it. Not a word.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
thing that jumped out at me too. And the crazy thing about that is it was right at the end, and I was like, "Urgh."
Because he wasn't
Because
there to defend himself. He wasn't there to say anything back or to give the other
yeah,
side of the story. Very manipulative, and and I'm sure they're going to twist it to say that's what people do, like they don't want to say it in front of the aggressor. But the therapist has already documented quite well that Amber was the aggressor. She also documented that they had a tumultuous relationship and they are actually not very good together and not very kind to each other, either one of them.
yeah.
So, which we knew that there was a little of this going on because it's back and forth with the two of them all the time. But
They
also
just
noted
aren't good
that
together.
he continued to see therapy after the request for the divorce, just because the therapist said it was a good idea for both of them, and he actually went back, and I got to give him credit for that, even after the filing of the divorce papers. So, I mean, the divorce when they started divorce proceedings. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm. But she had a weird affect. It was hard to watch her on the deposition. Sometimes these depositions are
She's a
just plain old
therapist.
stuff. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah,
The only
actually.
thing that bothered me about her was some of the speculation. And
Yeah. Mhm.
she admitted to the speculation. I was kind of bothered by the text message that Johnny sent. And can you look in? I can't look in Discord because I'm too stupid. I'll mess something up. But what was
Okay. What would you like? Oh yeah, let's go to our questions because we made notes, okay?
the
So,
points that we
mhm,
discussed?
mhm.
Yeah.
So point one is that the therapist claimed that JD stated she gave as good as she got. The therapist stated, I filled in the blanks. Could
Yeah.
JD have been referring to the abuse Amber Heard received at the hands of her father and not him? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking when that was going on. I was like, knowing how Johnny is and knowing just kind of listening to the way he talks in text messages and stuff, it's super hard to interpret him because he's a lot, I think. He's a
Hmm.
lot in his head. And
Yeah.
just in my mind, I'm thinking if I was going through therapy and we were discussing our past
Hmm.
and things that were going on, and the therapist knew of the abuse that Amber had sustained, to turn
Hmm.
around and then say, for Johnny to say, oh well, she's putting it out there just as much as it happened to her when she was younger, like that. You know what I mean? I'm questioning
Right.
that text for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
I
something
know.
that's
Yeah.
sitting with me about
Mhm.
just
No,
the way it's worded.
the way,
Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't seem very clear. It doesn't. It could go either
right.
way. It's just not black and white, and I can see why you would be looking at it that way. I really do. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So point two, Amber Heard told the therapist, and I quote, "If I called the police, can I use this to my advantage?"
Oh my God.
Well,
I can't.
yeah,
I,
like
I
stop
can't.
dead. Yeah, I know. I'll just stop right there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
I think I actually backed it up and was like, what did she just say? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did that just happen? Did I hear that right? And
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yep. Yep. And then to point three, which is something we've already mentioned, the last thing that the therapist said during testimony was that Amber Heard never claimed abuse when Johnny Depp was present, ever, not once.
Right.
So, and that all kind of stuck out to us, like we made notes about this. This is
Right.
plenty going on, plenty going on there. Um, I liked her testimony and I didn't. It is she's there on Johnny's team, okay, not on Amber's. Amber will be bringing another person in, I think, to testify. I think she had another therapist on her list.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to figure out. There's been a couple times that I've said to myself, are these Johnny's witnesses or Amber's?
well, right
Because
now all of Johnny's
no,
witnesses are
I
being
know,
presented. Yeah.
but I'm questioning.
Oh yeah,
Why
because
did
of
you?
what this is coming through, what's coming out. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
struggling. I'm struggling to find, like I said, I'm not a lawyer,
Mhm.
but I'm struggling to find what direction they're going.
Mhm. No, Juju, she's actually listed on Johnny's. She really is. Because Mandy and I reported on that 2 weeks ago when the witness list came out, right?
And right
And
now, it's the defendant's part of the trial, or plaintiff's part of the trial.
it's a
Right now,
plaintiff's
all of
side.
these
Yeah.
witnesses are
Are
by Johnny.
called
Yeah, yeah,
called by the plaintiff from their list.
plaintiff.
So
Yeah,
yeah, because we made note of that. I remember that. Why is their family counselor the one that Amber had private sessions with? Why is she not on Amber's list if she had the private sessions with her? So it was quite curious.
yeah.
But anything else you'd like to add about the therapist? There's more. You think we're done, but we're not. We have a few more people to go over. Oh my god.
I don't know.
All right. So,
I think I'm
well,
good with that one.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after that, they go and they call. Now this one's very upsetting because we were having a good week so far.
Oh fuck. Are
We
we
really
have to talk about this, huh? Excuse my.
yes. And did you just say that? Oh my god!
No,
You
I
never
did not.
say that.
Nobody
You
heard
never say.
anything.
I heard it. Damn it, Gina! Look what you did. Look what you did. Gina is right there with Elaine. All right, Gina Duders. Okay. She is a social media influencer. She's got these Instagram accounts. She does this CGI stuff. She's a promoter, all this stuff. She's also a very good friend of Johnny Depp and became very good friends with Amber Heard. She got called into testimony and she was doing a damn good job of talking about, and this is all out to the jury, okay? Talking about, they're all good, they're all hanging out, they're all friends, talking about how much she partied with Amber and her friends. Talking about how often Amber got drunk with the rest of them and did drugs with the rest of them and everything else. Talking about how Johnny never, ever got so drunk he was out of control. Talking about, yeah, he did cocaine every once in a while, but it didn't really change him. He never got aggressive. Kind of deflating everything that the other counsel has been putting in there about Johnny and his drugs and alcohol, because Mandy, wasn't that getting ridiculous? It was like he has admitted to using this and having a problem, but it doesn't make you an abuser to have a problem. And drug addiction is a disease. Okay, it's not. Especially when they talk about part of the drugs that he was addicted to are painkillers, a very common disorder that has to be treated medically to wean you off. And I have issues. Like they were beating them off with it, over and over and over again. So this witness was actually dismantling some of that.
Yeah.
Was, and that's the operative word here, was, because the big scuttlebutt there in the courthouse. There's all this talking going on. They go up to the bench, and all of a sudden the judge says, "I'm sorry, Gina Duders. Have you seen any testimony from this trial already?" And Gina says to the judge, "Yes, Judge, I have." Those weren't her exact words, but I'm paraphrasing. Give her a little more credit because I want to smack her. Well, because she was watching trial footage and stuff, and she was posting on Instagram and Tumblr. Tumblr, was it? Yeah, maybe Tumblr or something like that.
I
All over
I
the place.
I have not
Oh,
seen proof of anything, so I've just
mhm.
stayed like I've heard
Anyway, that's the
speculation.
rumor. But she did admit to the judge she was watching testimony that occurred prior, which taints her testimony, which means Everything she said got stricken and thrown out. She's out. She's not a witness anymore. Everything she said cannot be used. It is stricken from the record. Moot. It never happened. Bingo, bango. Big setback for Johnny's team. I was crushed. I was crushed.
You want to know something funny? Strike it all you want. They still heard it.
You know what, that's what I'm saying too, because the doubt is there, because especially the part where she said, and Amber's friend put that MDMA in my hand. It came right from Amber and her friends. They had the drugs. And they were spreading them around. Yeah.
Did you see how that whole thing played out though? Like, do you know what happened there? Have you seen the recap?
Well, I remember you telling me that when it came to Johnny's wedding, Johnny was really not that drunk. That Amber's team was like out of their minds, drunk.
No, I meant how they figured how she got booted. Did you watch that?
Well, no, I did not watch anything afterwards, just the live footage was going on. So tell me, speak on it. Go ahead, tell them. Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
I have a feeling I'm going to get mad, aren't I? I'm going to get mad. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
So Eve Barlow has been sitting in the front row. We've already seen video of her and Amber passing notes. Eve had her phone, and Eve has a laptop with her, and Eve has all these things. And she was going online during the trial. She was posting on Twitter during the trial. She was doing all of these things. And she's looking at her phone. And then all of a sudden, Amber's lawyer is handed a phone. And he then stands up, walks up, and everything starts to happen. So the umbrella guy broke it down. The umbrella guy is like 99.9% positive that there are a bunch of people in the background looking at every single move of every single one of Johnny Depp's witnesses to do everything that they can to get people booted.
Because they don't want the truth out there. And I believe this. Because Amber needs to sell the lie, right? It's going to look really bad if it comes out that this whole thing was a fraud and a lie, right? We all believe. We believe a lot of the evidence just does prove that. And so they're trying to discredit everything they can that's going to prove it. And Gina was a big part of that, because Gina could prove that Amber also did drugs. Amber also was drinking. There was a lot there. But you're right. At least the jury heard it. But they can't use it. But nobody's going to convince me that it's not in the back of their mind what they hear,
Yeah.
But oh man, that was upsetting. And I have to say that, like, when we were live stream doing it, the whole stream just got deflated. Like
yeah,
we were kind of crushed. We really were. And so, yeah. And so after that testimony, it got a little boring after that. They started displaying foundation. Well, they brought the doctor. They brought the doctor in after that, But,
and there were some good points there, but it's just, I feel like there's other points that could be being made.
Yep.
And they're not being. And that's, I guess.
Yeah, like what's going on? Yeah.
Oh. One of the umbrella guys' videos is missing. That umbrella guy.
It is? It's missing? Like, did they take it down? Did Amber's team come for him? They keep coming for him. He's the one who keeps saying, don't put Amber's name in the video.
Yeah, like, let me look at my history real quick.
Like, where did it go? I know. Oh, you missed the doctor? Yeah, it was Dr. Tipper.
Yeah,
Dr.
it was decent.
Yeah, he was middle of the road. He did, like, they didn't really get to Australia. Like, he's coming back on Monday, I believe, right? They're not done with him, are they? I don't believe they finished with him.
No, they didn't finish any of the questions from
the other side. So, like, he's coming back on Monday. And also we're going to find out about all the motions from Friday, what happened with the rest of the evidence and stuff like that. They're going to be like a quick, so like watch the recap on Monday from the beginning, where they're going to go over all the motion stuff like right away, because that's going to tell you what got added back in, but that's going to happen. But he was interesting because he did talk about, Johnny going through therapy. There were some weird text messages that, like, but Johnny's very cryptic. Like, he does that stuff. Like, he's a little, I mean, there's a reason he's friends with Tim Burton, right, Mandy? I mean,
Right.
come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here.
he's got a cryptic style of that kind of stuff. But you know what? I want to take just a 2-second break, because if Kirsten is still in here, I did promise her something, and I want to play it.
Okay.
And get this. For our friends, I did promise at our last thing, they asked for a little special tribute to Johnny, and why not, right? Why not? Because, I mean, he's Johnny. Okay. So on that, let me.
I didn't text her about that. You texted.
There you go. That was for our friends last week that wanted it. That'll be there forever. And I'll play it again next week for you. Thank you, Mama Bear. It was fun to put together. He's a handsome man. He definitely is. He's looking great in court, too. And one of the things I wanted to bring up is I'll notice that Amber's got this really bad habit. It's really annoying me. Really, really bad. Like, Johnny showed up in court the first day, and he had the Manchester B tie on, for the Labor Party and all that stuff.
My! And then she copied him.
And then the day after, she puts the damn same tie on and mimics his outfit, And so yesterday, he showed up all in black, okay? And what does Amber do today? She shows up all in black, the same as John. She is harassing him. I think she's trying to intimidate him. It's really annoying.
But here's the thing. He doesn't give 2 fucks. So she's doing it for her own narcissistic freaking feed her creepiness.
Mm-hmm. I know. You're right, Juju. I know he doesn't have a gray hair, but he does, like, he's a little wind tossed. He needs more conditioner. He's got that, but I love wild hair. So for me, it's the thing. Like, I'm enjoying the look, but yeah. I don't know.
So you can do stuff. I don't know how to do stuff. Can you get to my Twitter without showing all your stuff?
I think I could find your Twitter without showing all my stuff. I could pull you up.
Because I posted a couple things.
What are you looking for particularly? I could pull up
the picture of tweet. So first of all, you could show the picture of Amber, because so for those who don't know, Amber has had cheek implants.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
I
right,
was
I know what you
looking,
want. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was looking today, and every time they showed her, no matter what angle, it always looks like she's bruised. And because her cheek implants are so high, it just, yeah. Can you see that picture?
I'm getting there, but you were so goddamn prolific today. I gotta like keep looking. Yes, I got it. Hold on. It was way down there. But I was stopped at the first picture because you had that great picture of Johnny I'm gonna bring up later
I want
because
you
it's
to put
all
that
good.
one up next when the
Oh my
sun's
god.
shining on his
Yes,
beautiful face.
oh my god, it's gorgeous. I mean, I was struck. I mean, come on, you just had me struck there. Let me just see. Look how good I am. You ready for this, people? I deserve to have 1,000 subs. If you guys haven't subbed, go find your friends, get your relatives to sub to me. Look at this. I pull it up without doxing me or Mandy. There you go. Can you see that? Mm.
It always looks like she's got bruising.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Is it me or does she always look like there's bruising near her implants are? Look at that. It's always shadowed over. It is. And I'm looking over here by the eye. That eye over here. Do you see the little shadow underneath her eye? That's always there.
Always there.
Always there. Mandy and I have been saying that for a year. It's always there. Like, come on. It's always there. Why are you making a big deal about it now?
Can you show the one of...
Yes, I can. Let me just go back. Actually, I think
Yes, Jamie, they look like bruises all the time. I don't have a good feeling about her.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Nope, nope. Okay, I gotta go back in and get it so I can make it big like that. So just talk for a minute. I'll get it back up.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're so funny. Yeah,
Mhm.
so let me think. I don't want to talk about Kipper until I hear the rest of Kipper because I
Yeah.
need to hear the questioning that comes from JD's side. And the crazy thing is, and it's daunting but crazy, is you can, on these deposition ones, you can look across the bottom of their video and see how far you have to go. And sometimes you're like, oh God. It feels like it's never going to be over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
I love this man, and I love wild hair. I love hair like that. I do. It's a thing for me. Yeah. And he does
Yeah,
look a little concerned there, but I love this son, and it's like I do. It was a tough week. Um, there were good moments though. They have to remember all of the good moments of the testimony, and don't let the fact that yeeting Gina out of the courtroom the way that happened, fucking yeeted herself. It was really disheartening because that was some awesome testimony that was getting laid down. There was foundation lifting right there that was really pertinent, and I do hope
yeah,
a good trial lawyer doesn't put everything on one witness. So there must be other witnesses that could collaborate that testimony, and I'm hoping that they will hammer it home. I want
yeah,
to see Monday an energized team. Hear me, Ben and Camille, and your assistants. Get energized, get back on the game, show us something really good on Monday, pull it out. You've got the challenge now. Come on, pull it out. Pull it out. Stop acting like it's the end of the game. They look tired already. Like, I think all the lawyers on both sides look tired already, and it's only the first week.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like they've had a long freaking time to prepare for this. What's all the BS about? Like, not,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
like
don't,
non-redacted evidence. Who the hell tries to put unredacted text messages and emails into evidence? Y'all know better. Did you not hear the judge say, could you guys work this out before it gets to me? That would be nice. Hey, that would be good. Yeah, I'd like that. Don't piss
right.
the judge off. Come on, even I'm not a lawyer. I know this. Come on, don't stop pissing them off. But that's a
So,
great picture. Yeah.
yeah. If I post a link in your chat, can you grab it and go to it? Does that work?
Yes, it does. Because I can
Okay.
link anything.
If you
Yes.
can get us in there, I just put it in our chat.
I open it in a new tab first so I could check it.
You're awesome. I have no idea what you're doing. And if you go to the 10-minute mark.
Well, you're awesome. You got timestamps for me because I just looked at it. It's 2 hours long. And I'm like, Mandy, what you doing? All right, 10 minutes and what? Just
this
10
one
minutes?
right here that I just put in our thing is 2 hours long. Did I grab the wrong one?
This one says exclusive Depp witness booted. Untold story. Big Depp witness win. Therapist issue. Depp doctor is from the Umbrella Guy.
Okay, I think that's the right one. Yeah, because I just wait a second. Maybe.
Well, I could tell you what I see at 10 minutes. I see the courtroom.
Hold on. Oh, then yes, that's it. And this can be put. It's right there. Everybody, please sub to him. He's amazing.
The Umbrella Guy.
And he's big on just advocating for men's rights. And
he is the same as Ranty, and they were both on the same thing about the media coverage being absolutely ridiculous and biased and all kinds of stuff. You know what? He's wonderful, the Umbrella Guy, for this. I mean, he was the first one to go out there against Court TV for minimizing the evidence to make Amber look good and Johnny look bad. Let me just put this up.
So
better.
Juju B, I don't see a comment. Hold on, let me look.
It is unfortunate for her because she oozes snobbery. I see it. That was your polite way of saying, I see your snobbery comment. Is that the one? Yeah. I thought his hair looked very conditioned today, like he did a hair mask last night. I thought it looked good too. Are those the comments you're talking about? But as if YouTube blocked it, I wouldn't see it. But
and I don't even see. Yeah, I don't. A mod didn't do anything.
No mod didn't do anything because I would be able to see that. You know. Okay. All right. So
no, I don't see it actually.
Okay. All right. You want me to play this?
Yes, please.
About an account on Instagram. You mean her account? I don't know. You mean Gina Duders? Yeah. Hi, Peter. It wasn't you? You sure? Okay. Welcome. All right, here we go. All right, Mandy, cool. This is for you because this is your show here. Let me turn it up.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of show how it went down.
Okay.
When Gina got booted, so I want people to see this.
You understand the background. I also want to show you a couple of other things that are attached to this too that people have pointed out because it's crazy, because violations there. Mexican Iron Man, by the way, thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. I think I saw Rock and Ruin too. Welcome, even if I didn't see you, if I read it wrong, welcome anyway, Rock and Ruin, because we love you here. Welcome to the memberships too. I think I saw you. Welcome to Tugs Thugs as well, my friend. But if you watch this, I want you to really pay attention to this zone up here in the top. All right, very important. Let me blow this up a little bit so you can see it. Okay. So if you missed this live, even if you didn't, you're probably bored a little bit, like watching the stupid play out on the sideline. Because you don't watch that. But if you watch, like I said, you see him. He's on his phone. You notice that, right? You see him right there messing with his phone. I want you though to pay attention to Eve Barlow and crew in the back, okay? Because they're part of this. So watch it. I'm going to mute them out because it doesn't matter. We'll ignore super chats or anything that come in. Just ignore all of that. Now you look. Now, they have been told. Now, where do you think this is coming from, by the way? From people that are obviously on devices in a courtroom that are really not supposed to be on devices in their courtroom. I remember the judge saying something about that. And that's going to come up in just a minute. So, you look at this. Defense tables all a buzz, aren't they? You notice somebody has told them something, right? I mean, you can tell clear as day. Yeah, they're a buzz. Now, this is during Gina Duder's testimony talking. Now, the Now the defense, they stand up. They're like, yo, now look, you see them? They watch their reaction. Watch what they're doing here. I'm gonna make a video of this shit too. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see them all. They're
all
gathering.
they're all excited. Look
Not
at
just
that.
this, but look. They're huddling. They're huddling in the courtroom. You know why? Because they're getting people fucking kicked out. Now, again, I'm not making excuses for somebody that did something they weren't supposed to, but I'm just saying it's really fucked up in this world. Excuse my words, but it is really, really messed up. When these people are plotting against where they are sitting around doing whatever they can because they got their lab dogs on it. You realize that I believe 3 Depp supporters have been kicked out of the court so far. 3 of them, because these people are combing through your social media. In fact, I'm going to say this very concisely and clearly, and I mean this in the most positive way possible. If you are in Virginia and you are witnessing this court case, you be on your best behavior. You do not give people any room. And when I say that, you scrub your damn social media if you got anything, even remotely. I'm not talking about sharing documents and stuff, but if you have anything remotely that will get you kicked out of that courtroom, they could weaponize against you, they will. But you see, like I said, look at them. They're huddling. They're talking about text. They did this. Look at them. Like again, there is no question that they did that.
Okay. Cool beans.
Cool beans. All right.
Thank you.
This. You are so welcome, girl. Man,
So thank
I
you
do
for
love his
playing him,
coverage.
and yeah,
No,
he's
I love his
amazing.
coverage. Yeah, he
He
is. And
doesn't get he doesn't get riled up a lot either, and I mean,
well, day one he got riled at court TV. He will riled at court
Yeah.
TV because they took a 2-minute 60-second clip and narrowed it down to like 7 or 8 seconds of just making it look like Amber was the victim. They took all of her yelling, all of her like everything else out. And,
Right.
And he was livid. He was absolutely livid. It was definitely skewed.
You know, you
mhm.
know what else they did to him recently? So he's been having these like really long live streams in the evenings, kind of just recapping, going through stuff, talking about stuff like the one I just sent you. That was like 3 hours, but I got the 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
He, the James Corden show, he showed a 3-second clip out of a over 3 hour live, and the James Corden show struck him.
I know. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I was like, are you?
You know what?
So frustrating.
There's 2 things I want to address in the chat. Thank you, Juju, for listing the Instagram for house, for that account. You guys can all check that. That was some interesting stuff over there. If you want to check that out, that is, she separated it, but it's an Instagram account that you have to look up. Hey, Christola, nice to see you. And yes, the best Mama Bear. I do agree. I wonder if JD's team will say something on Monday about them being on devices during the testimony. The judge needs to address that because after all, today, when she got in there, she came in and the first thing she told us is that her mama called her and yelled at her because a phone went off on her bench. Although it wasn't a phone, it came through the computer system, through the screen. And so she was like clarifying, Mom, it wasn't a phone. It wasn't me. It was the computer system. The IT people verified it. It wasn't me. I don't do that. But there should not be devices in there like that. I don't know how they're going to control it because there was, for everybody else, not supposed to have a device or anything going on. I don't know how people sitting in the in the benches in the back are allowed to have them. I didn't
and then
know that they could.
I heard that Eve got kicked out because she was on electronics, and
I
then
did
she
see that. And then she got back in. How'd she get back in?
And then was on her Apple Watch.
What is that? Like sneaky Eve.
And then possibly got kicked out again, allegedly.
You know what? I hope they just kick her and kick her. Like just kick her. Like, she's bad. Is she breaking the rules? I mean, oh my. I don't understand this, Mandy. So we're on the end of the week for the trial. What do you think? we had the doctor, and there's really like we want to wait until his testimony
Yeah.
is done on Monday. We're going to put him in next week because he's not finished. It's not fair to judge just the first part if we don't know actually what he's doing. Let's just say he laid some good foundation. There were some issues, but
Right.
it's all honesty. Like, here's the thing about Johnny's team and Johnny. Johnny's just honest about everything. Johnny drinks, yeah, he tells you he drinks. He does drugs, yeah, he does it.
Exactly.
He's being honest about everything. Okay, people that are trying to hide stuff aren't honest. I mean, they're not out there laying their ugly asses and their bullshit out for you all to see. Johnny's team is. They are not trying to hide who Johnny is. Okay, because they're standing in truth that Johnny is a victim here. Johnny is not the one. Okay, who's doing this? And he is a victim of a lie that ruined his career. And that's the truth. And that's what they want to prove. He doesn't want the money, right, Mandy? He just wants his reputation back.
Yeah.
He just wants some correction to the damage that's been done to his reputation. And I think he deserves that. I really do. You know, regardless of his bad taste in women and the stupidity of staying in a relationship that treated you like that, regardless of all of that, Johnny deserves it to get some peace of mind and to get his credibility back. He does, because he didn't deserve, no matter what he's done in his past or anything, he didn't deserve this. Okay, nobody, he didn't.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Mama Bear. Just because you drink, you could do some cocaine, that doesn't make you an abuser. And everyone that's testified it so far this week has said they never saw him lay hands on her, never heard of an altercation where he laid hands on her, and never saw a mark on Amber. Especially Isaac, who was like, I kissed her right on the cheek that supposedly had the room. And then and Elaine's trying to make it, well, did you actually kiss her? Did you air kiss her? I'm like, Isaac is not an air kisser. Don't insult the man like that. He is not. He is a grab you by the face and kiss your cheek. Okay. He was a bear kind of guy. Like, he's not no air kissing little, that was funny. I just remember.
And was it like one kiss? Was it one kiss, or was it like a kiss? And he's like, no, I'm from New York. I'm not from France.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not from England.
I'm not European. He said it like, I'm not European. Like, what? Come on, Elaine. Like, I just loved him. Like, I'm glad we're ending on that, because, man, I love that man. He just brought the giggles out of me, and just he was so honest and open and just genuine about everything, And that I want to see more witnesses like that.
Yeah.
I know it was just the best. So well, Mandy, any last words? What do you think? We're almost on 2 hours here.
Yeah, and I have a kid to get from work and
I know,
all that fun stuff. So,
so
yay! I'm
I know,
cab.
but
That's what they call me, cab mom.
Cab mom, you know what? I mean, that's what happens when you got kids that are into stuff and they got friends and, all those activities, and you spend a good part of your day and your week doing that. But I'm glad you got to do this recap with me. I look forward to the rest of next week.
Yes.
I guess I see you there Monday, and maybe we'll do this again next Thursday if we can, for the end of the week, and try to give him a recap. I'm going to book it. And I'll make you another great thumbnail, because, Mandy liked my thumbnail. I put all their ugly faces up there. I said, here you go. Every ugly face I could find. I tried to find a better one of the therapists, and I'm telling you, there wasn't. That was the best one. And she's all cockeyed like Popeye. I'm like, woman, like watching her was crazy.
All right, everyone. We hope to see you on in the chats. There's tons of information going around.
There is.
If you have any questions, write your questions down. If we need to powwow about something, definitely write it down, and we can just have conversations. So thanks again for having me. And I'm going to go.
Always, my cognac laced voice friend
No,
with all the
stop.
deets, all the damn deets on Johnny Depp. She knows the names, the dates. She keeps this all in there like a big filing cabinet, and she can pull that stuff out. I love working with her. We're gonna do this all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your humor in the chats and keeping me going over there for those 10-hour marathons that are going on over there on Absurd. On Auditing the Absurd, that's where we'll be Monday through Thursday, starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, with the live trial footage. If you want a smaller chat like this, where you can like carry on, ask questions, Ranty and I are very interactive with you. Listen, people, I have met the only other person on YouTube who talks more than I do. I kid you not. Mandy, is it true?
It's true.
It's true. Who would have thought? The bear's been out talked. And you know what? But I love it. He's got such great personality. I'm really enjoying myself over there. So come watch. And for tomorrow, of course, Hereticals. Let me just chill a little bit, just to remind you, I'm still out here. Like, I'm not hiding. I was not on Twitter, but I'm not hiding. Hereticals in the morning. Then I got this great stream over at the Magician's Manor with Jamal. We're going to be talking more legal. We're going to be talking about Papa Gut and Cardi B with Tasha K, and of course Katie J and 7M. You know, because who can avoid it? We can't avoid it. I cannot avoid it at this point. So we're going to be talking over there at that, and then possibly I'll be stopping by the Shills, you know, at 7:00 that night. It's mostly panels tomorrow. I'm just going to be popping all over the place. On the weekend, we'll be doing another little Black Mirror Charlie Brooker thing with my friend, always grateful in the chat there, Kim. And we'll also be doing an episode of True Serial with Jay, and we're continuing the John Bonet series deep dive. So it's going to be a busy weekend. But on that, you all have fun. Thank you again, Mandy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hans. Thank you, all of you who hung out for the whole 2 hours as we recapped, but it was necessary. There was a lot. But I would like to just end it in, Elaine.
Oh, Elaine.
Elaine. Oh, she was the worst. She's going to be my nightmare. Bye, all.